Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple and a Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight is Love and Astrology Night. We're going to go over all the October transits. I'm going to read for the collective, and I will offer some free and paid mini readings at the end. Guys, we are live streaming, multi-streaming. Tonight we're on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And I'm just checking to make sure everything looks okay. Diana, first one in. Welcome, Diana. It looks like everything is, I love it when things work out the way they're supposed to. So, guys, tonight I'm going to start with the transits. I actually have a little video for you guys to watch. Here we go. All right. Guys, if you have your birth chart, make sure to pull your birth charts out and have those ready. I am offering some free astrology reads tonight. Thank you, Diana. I know you can hear my fan going in the background, but y'all, like, I'm in Kentucky. It's so hot. It's so hot. I was listening to one of our live streams. I don't know, from a couple live streams back, and I could hear that fan so loud. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for winter. But thank you for the audio check. All right, TikTok is working. I love it. Facebook is working. YouTube is working. All right, let's get started. All right, to get your calendars out, guys, I'm going to go over the astrological transits. I'm going to go over the ones that I feel are the most important. They should be on your screen as well. And then I'm also posting some hot dates on your screen as well, so you can circle those. Heart dates are going to be for those of us that are on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, and definitely when you can experience communication, reunion, and those types of energies. All right, so I've got my notes open. Sherry coming in. Guys, we have a new moderator. Sherry is our new moderator. Welcome, Sherry. Jenna is with us. We need to make Jenna a moderator next, right? Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome. I'm just getting started. I feel like I'm running behind. I feel like I'm on time, so I'm not sure like, why I have this running behind feeling. But I will say that, like, as I was preparing for the live, I yawned like 5 times. So I'm just saying it's going to be a big one. I feel like it normally is. When TikTok works, it normally is a pretty good one. All right. Let me get started. October transits. So get comfortable, guys. This live could definitely be lengthy. Make sure you have some water, staying hydrated, grab a snack. All right, here we go. I'm going to start right out with October 6th. October 6th. So that is the Aries full moon. Okay, so here, before I get started, I guess I need to give like a little bit of a rundown on how I came about putting these together. Guys, let's talk about it for just a second. Okay, so we've been doing the astrology transits, divine timing, welcome. For what do you think, like 3-4 years now? We've been doing them monthly, all the transits. We didn't always do all of them, but we've definitely grown over the years, right? So each time, and this is just my Rosa opinion, okay? Each time I feel that I've worked on these transits. One, it takes a lot of work. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that, but it is so much work to get all of these together. But once I have them all together, to describe the energy to you guys has started to become more and more challenging. It's like each month describing the energy seems like difficult, right? And I will say that the astrology reflects, right, our inner world and our outer world, right? So it's not surprising that the astrology is getting so intense. But for me, Rosa, to get all of these together and then to come out here and talk to you guys, like, I don't, we hear all the other people talk about the destruction and the wars and the yada yadas. And it's like, that's never been my goal, right? We all here know that life is hard. And I feel like that's never really been helpful, right? From the very beginning of my journey, it definitely was about pulling the positive out of the situation, right? Like that's how we get through the things, right? So what I did tonight is I went through all of those transits you see on your screen there, and I'm going to go over each one of those individually with you. But instead of breaking them down into the biggest challenge, the biggest obstacles, these types of things, what I did was I found the most positive way to look at that transit. And so tonight, that's how we're going to do each one of these. Does that mean that October is going to be easy cheesy and we're just going to fly through it no problem? No, no. In fact, October 2025 is probably one of the most challenging astrological transits I've had to prepare for. Looking each one of these up individually was, I guess I kind of knew some things were coming, right? As I've been studying astrology every month for, years now. So I could feel it building. And October is that month. So without being like, as trying to stay as positive as possible, that's why it may seem a little different tonight. Okay. All right, let's get started. So everybody has their calendars. I'm going to start with October 6th. We do have Aries full moon, but we also have Mercury entering Scorpio. And the positive spiritual energy here is going to be the gift of profound truth. Mercury entering Scorpio. So your mind is ready to release superficial thinking and dive into the heart of any matter. This is going to be a time for powerful, transformative conversations with yourself and others. You could be uncovering the hidden spiritual truths that will set you free, so to speak. It's a call to know yourself in the deepest soul level. That's Mercury entering Scorpio. So do you see that energy right out the gate? Right out the gate. We also have the Aries full moon. Guys, I'm the Aries, okay? I love the Aries. I love all y'all. um, each sign means something different to me. I heard somebody say something silly the other day too. I heard somebody say they don't like astrology because it separates us. Well, that's a lack of knowledge, because astrology actually doesn't separate us. If you only listen or pay attention to your sun sign, well, then yeah, I guess astrology would separate us, right? Make us into different groups, different teams. But that's not the way astrology is supposed to work. And the 5 years I've been out here, I've told you guys from the get-go, we have all 12 signs in our chart. Whether you have planets in those signs or not, you still have that energy in your birth chart. It's still a part of who you are, and it represents a certain area of your life, right? And that's different for each one of us, based on your birth chart, right? So, keep that in mind as well. Aries is I have Mars in Aries. My sun, of course, is in Aries. Mercury in Aries. Guys, I have Venus on the cusp of Aries and Pisces. So I'm just saying, like, everything is in Aries. So I understand the Aries energy, right? And the full moons, I feel like, are my favorites. That's not true. The new moons are my favorite because new energy comes in. Full moons tend to be like hectic and sometimes can be a little like crazy and haywire, right? And the Aries full moon, if you know Aries, right? Look on your chart. Where is Aries for you? Mine, it's my 10th house. So my career, my reputation, all of those things. So the positive spiritual energy with the Aries full moon is it's a burst of spiritual courage, right? Because Aries is a very courageous sign. So this moon is going to illuminate where we need to bravely claim your own identity and spiritual path. This is where you're going to separate from the collective. You're going to find your individual self. Aries is all about the self. It's a very powerful moment to release any fears or old patterns that have kept you from stepping into your authentic, sovereign self. That's the Aries full moon on October 6th. And I do believe I put that down as a heart date. All right, next we're going to look at October 7th. I want you to pay attention as we go through October how many times I mentioned Mercury, how many times I mentioned Scorpio, how many times I mentioned Pluto, how many times I mentioned Aquarius. The sound is cutting in and out over on TikTok. Man, why does it do that? Why? Why does it do that? All right, let me try something real quick. All right, let me know if we have sound. And thank you for letting me know, Vanessa. All right, hopefully that should fix it. It just sadly means that we can't have camera. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right, let's now. Is sound work better now? I guess we should have done sound check first. How's it sound though? Does it sound okay? Is it breaking in and out? Because it's not our regular default setting. Better? Sweet. All right. Can we check TikTok for me, please? Thank you, ladies. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so I think we were on the 7th. We did the Aries full moon. I'm not going to start over. We're just going to move on from the 7th. Popcorn sounds delicious. Actually, not supposed to eat popcorn. Vanessa, sound okay on TikTok now? We're completely on my laptop, so it should be good. Really welcome. And Facebook looks good, and YouTube good, sweet. All right, let's get to it. We're gonna get through these transits, I promise. All right, October 7th. Mercury in Scorpio, square Pluto in Aquarius. I don't know if you heard me say it, so I'm just going to do it over real quick. A very liberating, encouraging energy. It's intense energy that will force your subconscious beliefs and fear or attachment energy to surface so that you can consciously release them. It could definitely seem like a challenging day, like a cosmic pressure washer for your psyche, but it's helping you clear out deep seated blockages to make way for more authentic you. October 8th, we have Venus in Virgo. That's going to be sextile Jupiter in Cancer. So, this positive energy here is that it's heart centered, practical magic energy. So, this energy is going to help you find tangible ways to express your spiritual values. This could be through nurturing rituals, creating a beautiful sacred space in your home, or a deep embodied sense of gratitude for the simple blessings in your life. October 13th, we have Venus entering Libra. So the positive energy here is going to be that the energy is sacred. It's of sacred relationship and beauty. So your spiritual path is illuminated through the principles of harmony, balance, and conscious connection. It's going to be a time to attract and appreciate beauty in all forms and to bring a sense of divine grace and fairness into all of your interactions. All right, here's a big one. October 13th, we have Pluto direct in Aquarius. Everybody still with me? Oh my goodness. I'm going to give up. Okay, I got it. Here we go. All right, what about now? We good now? Let me know. Sound check. So we finally got the TikTok to work and then no sound. That's awful. All right. She says, don't give up. All right, just let me know if it sounds okay, if you can hear me. Unfortunately, I will not be able to check Facebook or YouTube, so I'm definitely relying on my moderators. Sounds great. All right, sweet. Okay. All right, I'm releasing control, ladies. All right, here we go. Perfect. Awesome. I love it. It's working everywhere. Good to go. Okay, that's good because we were just getting to a scary one. Mercury. I know, right? Okay, so we were actually at Pluto direct in Aquarius. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. They're posted on the screen. All right, so this is the one. I mean, I know the full moon and the new moon are going to be important, but I feel like Pluto direct is also going to be a pretty significant one. And the positive energy I found with this is that it's a collective green light for empowered change. So, after months of internal review, Pluto's forward motion will empower us to take aligned, tangible action towards our role in the collective awakening. So, your unique spiritual gifts are now ready to be activated and shared with the world. This is going to be Pluto direct in Aquarius on October 13th. All right. Also on October 13th, we also have Venus in Libra, opposite Neptune in Aries. So the positive spiritual energy here is a mystical dissolution of boundaries. This transit can bring experiences of universal love and oneness, where the illusion of separation from the divine or from others will momentarily fade. It's definitely very beautiful, dreamy energy. Um, it's going to be a reminder that compassion and connection are the ultimate spiritual goals, realities. All right, October 14th, we have Venus in Libra, trine Uranus and Gemini. Um, so, powerful alignment with your soul tribe. You may meet people who are profoundly impact your spiritual journey, breakthroughs in existing relationships as well. All right, October 17th, we have the Sun in Libra square Jupiter in Cancer. This is going to be an invitation to find core emotional balance. And while it can feel expansive, this energy is going to highlight where your inner scales are tipped, perhaps between yourself and others, or between your need for security and your need for growth. Positive spin here is going to be a clear awareness that it brings, showing you exactly where to apply the spiritual equilibrium. All right, October 20th, we have Mercury and Scorpio, and it's going to be conjunct Mars in Scorpio. So, the positive spiritual energy here is the power of a focused and penetrating will. Your mind and your actions are fused with immense intensity. This is going to help you speak your deepest truth with courage to focus on your spiritual will. It's going to help you finally declare an intention that has been brewing in your shadows. October 21st, we have that Libra new moon. The Libra new moon is a sacred new beginning in relationships to the self and to others. This is a perfect time to set soul level intentions for creating more harmony, beauty, and justice in your life. And it's about planting seeds for partnerships with people, projects, or even parts of yourself that reflect your spiritual values. October 22nd, we have Neptune entering Pisces. Sounds still okay, ladies? So with Neptune entering Pisces, this is a homecoming for the soul, right? Because Neptune is the natural ruler of Pisces. It's the planet of spirituality, and it returns to its home sign, bathing in the collective in a profound wave of compassion, intuition, and mystical connection. This is long-term transit that's going to amplify your spiritual awakening really for everyone, making divine love and artistic inspiration more accessible. All right, on the 22nd, we have Mars entering Scorpio. Sustainable deep diving energy following an intense conjunction with Mercury. Mars in its own sign provides enduring power and passion to pursue your spiritual and transformative goals with relentless yet controlled focus. I think a lot of people forget that Mars also rules Scorpio. It's Aries and Scorpio. We always think Pluto and Scorpio, right? But it's both. This is willpower, and you can rely on that energy for the long haul, Mars and Scorpio. October 24th, we have the Sun in Scorpio square Pluto in Aquarius. So this is a test of your spiritual integrity, a power check transit. It's asking you, are you living in your authentic power or are you acting from ego? October 24th, we have Mercury and Mars. It's supposed to be Mercury and Scorpio trine Jupiter and Cancer. This is expansive healing insights. It's deep dives. That's the Mercury energy. Um, it's supported by Jupiter's abundance. This is going to bring optimistic breakthroughs, a feeling of emotional support from the universe, and a courage to act from a place of deep intuitive knowing. On the 29th, we have Mercury entering Sagittarius. So the positive spiritual energy here is going to be that the mind expands to seek a bigger picture. So it's going to be easier for you to see the bigger picture. After the depth of Scorpio, your thoughts will lift to the realm of philosophy, meaning, and adventure. That's Sagittarius energy. And this is a time to explore new spiritual beliefs, share your truths with excitement and optimism, and connect with your personal journey or connect your personal journey to a larger cosmic story. On October 29th, we also have Mercury in Sagittarius trying Neptune in Pisces, and this is positive spiritual energy, channeling divine inspiration. This is your thoughts and words are going to be infused with poetic spiritual insight. This is magical time for journaling, creative writing, prayer, meditation, that type of energy. And this is definitely when the veil between the mundane and the mystic is what they call thin. And you can truly think um, with the heart, or you can create with the heart of the universe. On the 29th, we also have Mercury in Sagittarius opposite Uranus and Gemini. So this is sudden, liberating aha moments. Lightning bolt or higher knowledge can strike, shattering any limiting beliefs, instantly give you an upgrade in perspective. Also on the 29th, we have Mars in Scorpio trying Saturn in Pisces. So this is discipline to manifest a spiritual vision. This is masterful alignment, grounding your energy, your spiritual insights into tangible reality. This is your focused will, which is Mars energy, gains the structure of discipline, which is Saturn energy, to build something that's lasting. That could be a practice, a project, a new way of being. Both very powerful and compassionate. And then lastly, October 30th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius, sextile Pluto in Aquarius. And the spiritual, positive spiritual energy here is the power to persuade and transform with your truth. So your expanded, inspired ideas, which is Mercury in Sagittarius, can now be communicated in a way that gets to the heart of the matter. Very transformative impact on yourself and others. That's Pluto energy. It's about speaking your truth to power in a way that creates positive change. All right, so those are your October transits. How are we doing? Sound still better? Sweet. Love it. Look at TikTok. See the little farts? All right. So now what I'm going to do is a collective reading. I'm really sad that I don't have picture tonight because I found my Hocus Pocus cards. So that kind of stinks, right? I'm still going to use them though. I'm going to do a quick collective. I'm actually going to start with the numinous tonight. And I'm going to look at masculine, feminine energies. Ooh, Venus comes out right away. Beauty, harmony, romance. All right, let's look at feminine energy, complexity, and Neptune. So Neptune is the planet of confusion, right? It's the planet that does make things complicated because it's almost like it doesn't allow us to see clearly. But with the transits in October, there could be something that the feminine energy hasn't been able to see clearly. And it's like, this is the month that you get. Remember, I talked about it like the aha moment. The Venus love energy sticking out for the masculine is kind of throwing me off just a little bit. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. So we have seventh house relationships. So I guess it's not throwing me off after all. No, Diana, no video tonight. Unfortunately, in order for the sound to be okay on TikTok, we just get to watch my pretty video. We do have Sagittarius energy on the bottom. We do move into Sagittarius energy pretty soon. We do have Mercury moving into Sagittarius at the end of the month. So what I'm getting here, and I'm going to pull my, I know I'm sad about it because I found my Hocus Pocus cards. That's what I'm going to use tonight. So we're going to clarify a little bit. Sophia became the number 3 fan in the fan club. Love that. Thank you, Sophia. All right, I'm going to look at this Venus love energy. So clearly relationships is the focus, right? And that's not shocking because you heard me talk about relationships as we went through all the transits, right? And here's what I'm going to say. The most challenging part of October is you'll get to see who's moving forward with you and who's not. And it's a hard line in the sand type of energy, right? And I think that's probably going to be the most challenging situation. And if you think about it, we're having this type of spiritual awakening journey. We're supposed to have a purpose, right? And our purpose is to, um, you know, share, live unconditional love, show others by example, right? Does it not let me? It's awful. We'll definitely have to do it like a different time. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. And of course, you know, the astrology October, I said at the beginning, is challenging, right? We tried to spin it as positive as possible. And then, of course, you know, the state of the world, Pluto and Aquarius, we're going through some deep transformations, right? Change is hard for everybody, but this is, you know, if you just look at the state of the world, it's pretty clear that the things are happening that haven't happened in, you know, 200 plus years. So it's interesting that the cards come out and it's saying that the masculine energy and the feminine energy are focused on relationship. And I believe that and I understand it because, again, you know, we're here with a purpose. And the purpose is unconditional love, of course, but we're also transmuting energy. And I think we hear that a lot of times, but we don't really understand what it means. And I don't know how to like explain that, but I think that the simplest way to explain it is just to say that we're turning um, darkness into light, hate into love, right? Um, and and we're doing it whether we realize we're doing it or not, just by you healing on your spiritual awakening journey, right? So I guess it makes sense that spirit has the masculine and the feminine energy focused on relationship and love and unconditional love, right? I mean, this would definitely be the time that that focus becomes, I don't know, it's important, right? All right, let's look at that Venus love energy for the masculine. So the masculine focus on beauty, harmony, romance. I think it's more about the harmony, keeping the peace is what I'm hearing. I even see the word diplomacy on here. But I also see receiving and magnetism. So it's also possible that the masculine could be trying to manifest or bring something in or bring something to fruition. All right, so I get the Seven of Potions. And I think that's confirmation, because it shows her like stirring the brew in the big pot. So there's this energy of like creating something, bringing something to fruition, making something. The Fool comes out, so it could have something to do with some type of new start or a clean slate, a new beginning. Having the courage to take the first step, take some type of action. The Fool is also Aries energy. We have the Eight of Lightning. That's going to be Eight of Swords. So I think the masculine could be focused on manifestation. I think the masculine is trying to like break free from something, that some type of self-restriction, something they've tied themselves to, or has themselves like stuck to something. But Aries energy coming out strongly. I know. I want to say Sandra is already a moderator. I thought. I thought maybe it was just sister. I want to say both of them were, but I don't know, Vanessa. We'll have to fiddle with the buttons. All right, the Venus energy for the masculine. For the feminine, we had Neptune. Seven of Pumpkins comes out, waiting for something. The Empress comes out. And the Knight of Potions comes out. Feminine energy could be focused on manifesting counterpart energy. Maybe, especially with the Empress here, it's like maybe even um, like staying in their divinity or like divine feminine energy um, in order to attract the masculine. The Seven of Pumpkins is definitely this energy of like patience and waiting. I can't, Vanessa. I can't do anything. I will, but I mean, I can't do anything right now. All right, so seventh house, relationships. We have the Four of Potions coming out. Remember, guys, I'm using Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I seen you, Sandra. Is there an issue over there? Let me know. The Star comes out. Ooh, and the King of Candles comes out. Judgment is on the bottom. There's that Scorpio energy. Old burial hill. It shows a cemetery. Four of Cups, again, manifestation. The Star, clean slate, fresh start. King of Candles, confidence. So yeah, super interesting reading. The masculine focused on bringing something to fruition, maybe getting out of some type of self-restrictive energy. The feminine, very strongly staying in her create and receive energy. And Knight of Potions is going to be Knight of Cups, and that's definitely going to be strong counterpart energy. And with the Star, it's like that is the focus. That's the bridging energy, is the Star. So it's like Spirit is calling for a clean slate, a fresh start. The Star is Aquarius energy. Empress could be Libra energy. All right, let's pull a guidance card. Not true. Let's pull a message card. Guys, I am offering message cards tonight. It's part of our offerings. All right, let's see. Let's start with what the masculine energy wants to say to the feminine. Ooh, it has nothing to do with you. Don't forget comes out as well. And don't pretend like you don't know. So what I'm getting from the masculine energy is that one strong telepathic communication. That's the don't pretend like you don't know. Don't forget, remember guys, the message cards come from my own journey. The don't forget was actually a threat. I swear. He was like, don't forget. All right, last one. Masculine to feminine. Don't tell anyone, but I'm struggling to get back up this time. Miss Al, welcome. All right, let's pull feminine to masculine. Did you hear my voice squeak? What was that about? All right, it means a great deal to me when you're in my corner. I never expected any of this to happen. They have to recognize your beauty or they need to move on. Divine feminine could feel like the masculine isn't being appreciated. And I'm here. Comes out. I know who we are. I know who we are is on the bottom. So that energy kind of came out pretty strongly. Like there's this direct connection, even communication. It feels much more direct than I feel like I've ever read for the collective before. That's pretty interesting. Again, this is the month that the veil is thin, so I guess it kind of makes sense, right? But like the focus is some type of clean slate, forgiveness, Aquarius energy, healing, harmony, balance. All right. Let's pull some guidance and then we'll do some free ones. Let's see. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past and heal the present. So big confirmation of the entire reading, right? Desert passage, trust that there's a divine plan. And wise leader, your beacon for others. So again, more confirmation of what I said. All right, the grounding card is on the bottom. It does say go deep and explore your roots. It is giving me this energy of like, we're going back to the beginning type of stuff, right? Like like where it all started type of energy. All right, I'm gonna try to put camera on so we can do the mini readings and everybody can see their cards. All right, bear with me, guys. All right, moderator ladies, I can't see the chat. So that's kind of steep. And I don't know. Good picture. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. All right, I'm gonna take the mic off so I don't have to be connected. But let me know we still have sound. Let me know that I didn't like break it. And Sandra, let me know. Are we still doing okay over there on the TikTok? I don't know who sent the heart me, but thank you. Okay, so I'm on my phone, so we should have video. But I've lost complete control, y'all. So I'm trying not to lose my mind. I know. And I can't like I have to go back and forth to all the places. I hope it's working. Diana says YouTube is good. Love it. Michelle. Facebook. Thank you, Sandra. Miss Al says, I'm having connection issues and I lost the chat as well. Is that a me or is that a you? She says, now I can write. Love it. All right. Okay, so tonight what we're doing is I have notes for all the risings. Hey, you guys get to see the Hocus Pocus cards. Can you see the Hocus Pocus cards? So if you know your rising, you can drop it in the comments. General guidance as well. Card pulls. I'm not going to make a list unless the ladies want to. I feel like I'm just going to pick random. I feel like I'm just flying out here in the wind. And I don't have my phone. Lost all control. Cancer rising. That's a good one. You know why? Because I'm a Cancer rising. All right, let's do it. All right, so if you're Cancer rising, this is the Aries full moon. I guess I should have been more specific. Aries full moon. Are you ready? This is how the Aries full moon is going to impact Cancer rising. It's career highs and goodbyes. It's fiery moon turning up the heat in our 10th house. Again, career and public reputation. Something that Cancer rising has been working on or working towards, could be reaching a peak moment. You definitely could be receiving public recognition at this time. This Aries full moon can help you finish a major project as well. You could have powerful realization about your career path, of course, 10th house. You may also decide that it's time to quit a job. Anything that's like stifling your spirit. It is this is the harvest full moon. I should have mentioned that earlier, guys. So it is a harvest and a milestone in your professional life. So don't be afraid to step into leadership roles at this time. That's Cancer rising. All right, and Sherry would like a reading. Okay, so I can't, you know how we click on the little comments so you can see who we're going to give the reading for? I can't do that. Can't do that. Sandra over on TikTok is a Capricorn rising. All right, Sandra, let's look at it. Ooh. Hi, cutie, cutie. I love you. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to shut my door. Carson came home, seen the door open. He was running. All right. So if you hear him screaming, he's mad because I shut the door. All right, Capricorn rising. Here we go. It's home and family matters come to a peak. Ooh, Sandra. So this moon is lighting up your 4th house of home, family, and roots. Something on the domestic front is coming to a head. This could be a family situation reaching a resolution. It's a culmination of a move or renovation or powerful emotional moment with a parent or child. Um, the harvest is a feeling of emotional security and belonging. It's going to be a time to release an old story about your past or an outdated idea of home. Plant roots where you feel truly supported. Capricorn rising. Tell me if that hit home. I'm just kidding. You ain't got to tell. I already know. Mexican pizza joins. That sounds delicious. All right, let's do a card pull for Sherry. And let's see what comes out. Sherry is joining us over on YouTube. Oh, I see the little wrench. Sherry is our new moderator for PLR. I love the green hearts, Miss L. Jenna says she would like a card pull. Okay, let's do Sherry's. Let's do. I know I said one card, but y'all, this is my show. I'll pull as many cards as I want. All right, Sherry, let's pull one card and let's focus on Aries full moon because that's the first thing coming in. It's going to be here in like a month. What does Spirit want you to know about that Aries full moon? Well, Aquarius comes out. Venus, love is on the bottom. So I would say right away, look on your chart. Where is Aquarius for you? That could definitely give you a clue, be very significant. But it's innovation. So this is like when you're gonna like come up with a new idea in something. You're going to maybe something that you feel like you've been stuck or something like that. It's like this big aha moment type thing. All right, I do want to pull Hocus Pocus just because I was so excited that I found them. We have the Three of Candles, so it's like Three of Wands, so it's like taking action towards your future. All right, Sherry, I hope that was helpful. How's it sound, lady? Sound still okay? Sandra says, oh man, I better buckle up. All right. Let me check Facebook real quick. Vanessa is an Aquarius rising. Let's look at it. All right, Vanessa, ready? Aquarius rising, your words have extra power. Full moon is buzzing in your third house of communication, siblings, and local community. So get ready for a flurry of activity. It's conversations that could be life changing. I just hiccuped. A contract might be signed. News that you've been waiting for could arrive. What are you doing? You gonna do some tarot with Nana? Yeah. I know. It always so right. I love you. Let's see. Conversation, life changing, contract sign, news that you've been waiting for could arrive. You're also rethinking your immediate environment, your neighborhood, your daily chats. The harvest here is going to be a powerful message or new mental perspective. You want to release gossip, negative self talk, or any old ways of thinking and speak your truth clearly and courageously. That's going to be Aquarius rising. All right. Love it. Thank you for the sound check. All right, let me jump back over to TikTok. Abby. Welcome, Abby. It's not so bad. I can totally do this. Just jumping back and forth. Right? Okay, so Jenna learned a card pull next. Check out Astro Library. There are so many calculators. Thank you, Miss L. Diana says Carson just wants a reading too. No, he wants to read. He likes the cards. He got one. I don't know if I showed you guys. I actually haven't done anything with it because I'm not sure what to do with it. But out of the Yin Yang Oracle, he got my decisions card. Oh, I want to say Sandra told me to like spray it down and and uh and like press it, but I don't want to get it. I'm scared to do it. I don't want to get it wet. So I just I've just been staring at it. I know. I know. But I did make sure, like I put the rest of them up so it wouldn't happen again. But he's just so curious, and I can't even get upset, you know what I mean? Because I love that he loves it. Whenever I'm getting like every day, this is my bed, y'all, like in case you didn't know. And so every day that we do a live, I have to set up the table, right? Or set up like where we're gonna stream. And he comes in here and checks it out like every single time. He likes all Nina's pretty things. All right, Jenna, this one's going to be yours. Divine timing, message retracted. What's that mean? Is it being mean? Or is it like, did you take it off? Is that what it is? Let me know. Let me know if like the chat is it's not being nice. All right. Jenna is next. Jenna is joining us on YouTube. All right, let's do Aries full moon. Ooh, a trine comes out. Seventh house relationships. That's the card that we had for the collective. Going with the flow. Going with the flow. Let's see. Let's pull a hocus pocus. Let's see what spirit wants you to go with the flow about. Ooh, again, the three candles. Same card. Literally the same card. A page of pumpkins is on the bottom, which is like page of pentacles, which is like start your journey, get going, get moving, the very beginning. You're not expected to know everything, I just heard. It's actually the meaning of page of pentacles as well. But the three of wands coming back out, that's going to be really significant because again, spirit's asking you to take steps or take action towards your future, to like move forward. So if you feel like things are happening quickly, it's going to be easier for you just to, have that go with the flow type of energy. Like don't let anything hold you back for any amount of time, right? All right, I hope that was helpful. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Miss L gifted me the Hocus Pocus cards. Thank you, Miss L. We pull them out right about this time every year. All right, let me go check Facebook. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. All right, let's check TikTok. User 385-276-8411-645544. I'm just kidding. Joined. Welcome, everyone. All right, YouTube. YouTube seems to be getting the most action. Miss L says, please like, share, donate, and show positive support. I love that. All right, you guys, if you ask for a reading, you're probably going to have to ask multiple times because I have to jump back and forth. Yes. Diana says, it's okay. Sometimes she doesn't see a comment. Then if more come in, you may have to comment again. Absolutely, 100% what she just said. And it also helps our engagement. Divine timing, ask 500 times. No, I don't want you to have to ask 500 times. That's it. All right, divine timing is next. And a Taurus rising. A Taurus rising. All right, let's look at the Taurus rising first. I was just looking at it. All right, you guys ready? So Aries full moon for Taurus rising. It's going to be a cosmic deep clean. So it's happening in your 12th house, which is all about ending, secret, spirituality. So it's going to be like a cosmic clear history button for your soul, so to speak. You might feel unusually tired or dreamy, and that's okay. It's not a time for like pushing. It's releasing energy. So an old fear, lingering grudges, a habit that no longer serves you, ready to be completely let go, release, used as fertilizer for your future. The harvest is emotional and spiritual closure. So listen to your intuition, take salt baths, and trust that you're making space for something brand new to bloom next season. That's going to be Taurus rising. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me. All right, let's do card pull for divine timing. I wish I could click the little thing, but I can't. Okay, so let's use the numinous first. Ooh, Mars comes out. 12th house is on the bottom. Didn't we just read for 12th house, Taurus rising, right? So that's going to be confirmation. It's about taking action, which I just got done saying don't take action. Mars could make you feel like you want to take reckless action. That's Mars energy. And because it's affecting your 12th house, Mars is Aries as well, right? So because it's affecting your 12th house and spirit's like, hey, you need to be chill, right? Like don't be impulsive with this full moon. That's kind of what I'm getting there. All right, divine timing. Let's pull a hocus pocus. We have the King of Potions, King of Cups. Um, this is about controlling your emotions. You don't want to be overly emotional at this time. That could be what you're having to um, like be chill in, right? Like you like the Aries full moon is going to make us all want to explode, and that's never going to be. I don't want to say never, because unless you're like needing to stand up for yourself or you needing to put yourself first, then yeah, that explosive Aries energy could be beneficial. But for the most part, I feel like most of us are going to, and remember, I have all the Aries, so it's like I deal with this every day. But for me, right now, I feel like I'm learning how to balance that aggressiveness or that reckless energy. Um, and I think that's what the Aries full moon is probably going to ask all of us to do. It's going to make us choose ourselves in such a way that we won't have to be reckless. Does that make sense? All right. Uh, the cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I hope that helps. All right. Kalpesh, how's it going? I miss seeing you. Hope you're doing well, and thank you for what you're doing to make a difference. Is that KP? I remember you, KP. Yeah, if it's KP, I used to work with KP at Lowe's. Diana says, can I ask for a talking to heaven card? Absolutely, absolutely you can. Thank you, Divine Timing. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. All right, I'm just gonna jump over. Let's go check on TikTok. Everything looks okay. Thank you for all the hearts, everybody. I appreciate it. Let's check Facebook. Vanessa says TikTok normally overtakes YouTube. Not tonight, y'all. Not tonight. It's probably because, the sound. We were probably blowing everybody's ear out when we first started. And I want to say that happened last time TikTok worked. You remember the sound was like super crazy over there? It's probably going to be when the mics are too close together. You know what I'm talking about? The feedback from each mic. I think that's what's doing it. Yeah, I think that's it. So now, I mean, it's cool. I can use my phone. That's how we're doing it right now. I just don't have any control. I can't like you know, I can't block anybody. I can't go back and forth on my restream on my phone. It's like I can see everybody's comments all under like one thing, right? So I don't have to keep jumping back and forth. Yes. Good night, divine timing. Miss L says every full moon is foul for me. I don't want to say it's foul, but they're challenging, they're for sure. And here lately, I'm supposed to be like trying to reach, the my crone years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like here lately, Aunt Flo, she's lost. She's lost, and she keeps making these visits, and I'm like, man, what are you doing back? Good night, Sherry. Good night. All right, let's do card pull for Diana. The I'm Not Dead card comes out. I send you signs through nature. The butterfly is sticking out to me, but it's going to be more I always forget what those flowers are called. Um, the ones you make a wish. You know what I'm talking about? And you blow and they fly away everywhere. So I mean, it could be either. I feel like the flower sticks out to me more, but I think for you, I'm hearing that it's the butterfly, and it could be more than just butterflies. It's probably more like it's a whole bunch of like, um, and this is only because I know you, but I'm hearing like nature animals, but like I know you've been seeing deer, and this could have something to do with like birds, like eagles and falcons and that type of thing. The bird sticking out to me in the I'm Not Dead card. Let's read it out of the book. Um, but the message is clear. It's that I'm getting is that this person is always with you. This is a strong. This could be a parent because it's like I'm a part of you. All right, let's read the I'm Not Dead card. It says, only my physical body is gone, and I now know that our bodies are just a small part of who we really are. I'm aware that you miss my voice and physical presence, but my soul and spirit are very much alive. The times when you felt my energy, I really was there next to you as I am right now. We each have a unique energy fingerprint, and you recognize mine when I'm with you. Trust that feeling. I'm actually more alive now than ever before. Gone are all the distractions and stressors that allowed to rob me of my enjoyment of life, and now I see how trivial everything was. And that all that ever mattered were the important priorities of love, family, friendship, caring, and helping. But I've also discovered how to turn my regrets into learning and growing, and I ask that you do the same. I now see that I never had anything to fear. There is no death, and nothing bad can ever happen to anyone in spiritual truth. Of course, it's important to be smart and careful and always follow your guidance, but please don't forsake joy because of fears, because there's truly nothing to fear. Okay, so the message was clear, and I feel like it's hard to do this message because I know you so well. So I'm just going to spit it out and then you run with it however you want to. But this person that's communicating with me knows that you're on the brink of some type of challenging decision, and you're scared to make a decision, or scared to maybe you're waiting to be forced to make a decision instead of being proactive about the decision. Um, the whole point of the message is that you have nothing to fear. This person's with you all the time, like guiding your way, and maybe even like helping you clear obstacles. That could definitely be a thing. You're going to see that, like, the signs or get confirmation through the animals in nature. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. Eternal grandmother, she says. The hawk at work was in the tree hunting yesterday. I love that. Miss L says, too many retrogrades to make it worse. Lessons and blessings. All right, let me check on Facebook real quick. All right, guys. I feel like it's been a little bit of a pain in the butt tonight, but we made it work, right? TikTok is working. Hopefully the sound is not like completely horrendous over there. And I know we made it more than 30 minutes, so that's super cool. Carly Ann. All right. YouTube. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you. All right, guys, let me know. Let me know who's next. Let's see. Thursday. Thursday, I'll be back. We're gonna do the signs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to break them down into all 12 signs or if we're going to do the elements again. I don't know about you guys, but like, tell me if this is true for you guys in the comments. Like, Spirit has had me really focus on, the elements: fire, water, earth, air. And there's been this push for the fifth element, which is spirit, which is really interesting because when we used to break down the zodiac into elements, right? We would do the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Then we would do the water signs on a different day. We did the earth signs on a different day, the air signs, and then we always had love and astrology night. So it's like that was the fifth element, right? Now I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the winter schedule because I only have a few weeks, guys. There's only a few weeks left, and then I'm done for the season. So we go back to full time streaming. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do the schedule just yet, but I've been trying to get us all, I don't know, like adjusted to the elements. So we did them by elements last week. So we only had 4 readings, collective element reading, like all the fire signs was a collective reading, all the water signs was a collective reading. Let me know what your thoughts were. Like, did you like it that way? Do you like them more broke down into the individual signs? That type of stuff. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Hopefully not. Thank you, Sandra, for helping me over on TikTok. I appreciate you so very much. Vanessa over on Facebook. I love you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Diana on YouTube. This was definitely a little bit more challenging for me, for sure, to not being able to like see everything all in one place. But it worked and we did it. So hopefully we'll be able to do it again on Thursday night because I do have it scheduled to live stream exactly the same way: Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. All right, so I hope to see everyone on Thursday night. Diana says, I remember it was always at 10 for me noon. Yes. Yes, it wasn't as long. I love it. Sweet. All right. Well, we'll see you Thursday night, 8 p.m., guys, 8 p.m. Central Time. I hope to see all of you guys there. Thank you so much for coming in and participating and helping. I love you all. I'm always, always sending you abundant love and light on your journeys. Have a good night, everyone.